Welcome back to Dan's Learning Curve. I'm going to take this intake manifold off today. Yeah, I got the bolts out the other video, and hopefully I get it off, get the new gaskets in, and get it torqued down. So should we flip this camera around and see what happens? All right, see you in a bit. Welcome back to Dan's Learning Curve. I'm going to take this intake manifold off today. Yeah, I got the bolts out the other video, and hopefully I get it off, get the new gaskets in, and get it torqued down. So should we flip this camera around and see what happens? All right, see you in a bit. Well, the sun is going down, so I was sitting in the house and thinking, I should probably just go out and do something on that 58. So here I am. So I'm going to pick up from where we left off. I dropped these bolts on top of the intake here. And then lift this pig off here. Is it going to come easy or is it going to fight me? That was easy, except for the weight. Oh man, huh. That thing's pig. Okay. Set this down over here. All right. So I'm going to pause you and bring you on a little closer. There, that's a little better. All right. So now we need to take off all the stuff I put on a while back. And I didn't like how this sealed up anyway, so. And you notice the difference there. Notice the ridges in the intake manifold gasket and versus no ridges in the intake manifold gasket. So that's why it's coming apart. All right. Those go in the garbage. And that's cleaning up pretty good. Probably easier than it should. Maybe it wasn't clean grease and oil in the first place, because it's so if you go down and hit that like button for me, I'd certainly appreciate it. And if you're not subscribed, consider subscribing. That way you can catch me doing stuff twice again. Hopefully this is the last time on this intake manifold gasket. Who knows? I might have to take this whole engine apart because I think I overheated it. I ran low on coolant one day. I was out putting around and then it started blowing oil. I'm not real happy with myself, but it is what it is. So if I get it running, I don't like throwing blue smoke out the back, so I think it's embarrassing. So give me an opportunity to pull the engine and clean everything up and paint it. So. You guys probably can't see squat in here, can you? Yeah, pick the dark time of day for this. Oh well. Part of my reasoning for naming my channel what I did is to point out the fact that everyone's learning and no one knows everything, and it was just an attempt to, I don't know, shelter myself just a little bit from the keyboard warriors. I don't know, has it worked? I don't know. So 82 degrees, 1st of June in Minnesota here. No bugs. I actually got a not wearing a shirt right now. I'm comfortable. So let's open this up. There. They've been unboxed. Is that a box? I don't know. Alright. Are they symmetrical? By George, look at that. They are symmetrical. Okay, well, at least they're identical per side. Does that mean symmetrical? I don't know. Do you guys have a favorite room temperature vulcanizing cream color? I tend to lean towards gray or black. I just like how how well they bond with each other. Bond with the gasket and the metal surface. Let's see if I can get this tool open here. It's a previously used one. I've got a new one sitting here, but pop. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay, let's give a little bit of a, just to tack this baby on there. Changed out the tires on a 2013 Equinox today. Had the winter tires on there, the Blistex. All those things make a huge difference if you're you drive in the snow at all. Oh man, it's night and day difference. Just the softness of the tread and the stiping they put in, little cuts they put in the tread surface to make it a lot more grippy. But they do tend to wear out, so you change them out in the summer. So 2013 Equinox, I just got through changing out the rear seal, because those things are notorious for blowing out the rear main bearing seal when if the crankcase ventilation system plugs. And so that happened to me last winter, and had it towed home. And if I hadn't had it towed home, it would have definitely lost all of its oil and walked up. So if I grunt once in a while, it's just an involuntary thing. It's an anxiety thing. Something I'm attempting to stop doing. It just, if I start thinking about something, or so I apologize in advance. depression and anxiety is a mean thing. Consumes you. And I think I've had it all my life. It just amplified with different life events. So, okay, what about these guys? I think this one goes here. Yeah, looks good there. So I need to since I am putting RTV on here, I need to get this torqued tonight, don't I? Probably can't see what I'm doing. Could have started this a few hours earlier, but hey. So another project I've been working on is a Toro riding lawnmower. It's a 3-wheeler, 20 horse, 60-inch deck, zero turn. The deck's out front, so it makes it a whole lot easier for deck maintenance, blade maintenance, and things like that. You can just pull a couple levers and flip it up, and there it is right there. None of this bending over to pull the blades and sharpen them and clean the deck. So it'll be nice. I bought it with a blown up engine. The guy actually ran it out of oil, and the rod's literally seized to the crankshaft, and they snapped right off. Literally snapped in the middle. Okay, you guys ready for me to put this in there? Man, they don't make them like they used to. Did I lose the position of that gasket? I bet you I did. Nope. It's there. See if we can get a bolt started in here. Long one in the center. So what's left to get this going? I need to get the engine put back down onto its mounts. Right now it's still sitting up on 2x4s. When I was messing with the oil pump, misled there. The drive shaft is still off. I need to, couple things I want to do there before I put the drive shaft on. Need to, this isn't starting with beans here. I need to fix the parking brake cable or replace it. I do have 2 of them, but I might be able to fix it. So let's see if we can get this started here. Now, I came across a bunch of Velcro, a hook and loop attaching sanding disc, and really high quality 3M. And someone threw them in the recycling bin here in my hometown here. And I took way more than I can use. Now, if you'd like some sanding discs, just mention in the comments, could I please have some sanding discs, and I'll put all the names in the hat of the people who mention that, and I have my daughter Liliana draw a name out, and we'll send you some sanding discs. These are beautiful discs. So I sent Sleeper Dude, what's his name? Oh, I can't remember his name right now. I sent him a care package with a bunch of sanding discs, and I thought his family was a worthy recipient of that. I mean, seriously, these are some serious sanding discs here, and nice supplies. So yeah, go in the comments and say, hey, could I have some sanding discs? And if you just want to buy some from me, I'd appreciate that too. Just to support this car here. I'm actually trading some for a windshield rubber for this, to replace the windshield rubber. One of the guys has made a he actually had a rubber mold made to make the correct windshield molding, and he agreed to swap. We haven't figured out how much yet, but we agreed that now I'm going to have a windshield rubber coming my way, which I'm excited about, because the one right now is deteriorated really bad. Get this started in the back here. Bought this Impact used, and the guy said the battery wasn't very good, but it seems to be holding in there pretty good. And I do have a Makita 18-volt other drills too. I have 2 other drills and 3 other drills actually, so this sits in good. Got a friend, he messaged me today, and he said, hey, you got any 16-inch tires around your place? And I don't know if I've got lots of 15s. So he came over today, and I mounted up his tires for him, and he was going to pay me, and I said, no, you know what? Is your skid steer still available to borrow? And so instead of him paying me to mount the tires, he's lending me a skid steer. He would have lent me a skid steer anyway. This guy used to lay block. And when I first moved in my house here, the north wall of the basement was fieldstone, and it was the mortar was so loose that it was the wall was caving in on itself. I used to get that stuck again, and so So I dug it out, and it was getting cold, and he came over, laid block for me, provided the block, laid the block for less than what I could have bought the block for. So, good guy. Now he's delivering mail, and he needed tires on the front of his mail delivery rig, so I popped those on for him. He says he goes through tires pretty quick on that thing. These are going to be Guten tight. How tight? Guten tight. Good. Good tight. Because I don't remember the torque. And so they're going to be about that. I could look it up, but next thing would be to get this thing on top dead center for one, and get the distributor, oil pump, and all that stuff lined up again. That's not happening tonight. But intake manifold installed happened tonight. And like Putin says, Putin Fad Shop, you're not going to get stuff done just sitting around. So, thank you, sir. Just so you know, I don't change my language for when I make videos. What you hear is who I am. I'm not a profanity guy. I hear it way too much at work. So who you hear here is who I am. The real McCoy. Maybe I don't know, I talk once in a while, so it's kind of hard to edit out some of this stuff. It takes time to do that. So if you guys have a channel you like and they do a good job editing, let them know you appreciate it, because it takes work. People are finicky about what they watch, and with so much stuff out there to watch, it's tough competing, and I found myself even more picky about what I watch, realizing that quality matters. Maybe I'll make a on that lawnmower, that Toro lawnmower. Maybe I'll make a I have some video of it, but maybe I'll make compile together some stills and explain what I did and things like that. And, would you guys like to see that? Let's go through these bolts one more time here. excuse me. 18436572. Anyone know what that means? Well, the last one. There you have it, folks. All right. We have one intake manifold reinstalled. And I'm going to put the distributor back in its hole back here just to close it up a little bit. And that's going to be a wrap. Appreciate you. If you lasted this long, hey, thank you very much. And this gear still has to go in here. That's the runs on the camshaft, and this goes down and powers the oil pump, and the distributor runs in that slot there. So that has to go in there. Carburetor needs to be mounted. Drive gear needs to be installed. Engine needs to be put on top dead center for number 1. And engine needs to be put back on its motor mounts. So parking brake cable fixed or replaced. Drive shaft, the boot on it needs the clamps. Once I get the parking brake working, I can put the drive shaft on, and then I'll this thing will move again. Hey, I appreciate you watching. Take care.